Hello and welcome live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Gautam Roy, and coming up in the next 30 minutes, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi meditates at the place where the Ram Setu originates in the state of Tamil Nadu, a day ahead of the consecration ceremony of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Ritual of the bathing of the Ram Lala idol with medicated holy water carried in 114 urns from different pilgrimage places completed. Other rituals associated with Madhya Divas also carried out. United Nations General Assembly 78th Session President Dennis Francis to begin a 5-day visit to India at the invitation of External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar tomorrow. And world number 2 men's doubles pair Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy lose 15-21, 21-11 and 21-18 to South Korea's Kang Min-hyuk and So Seung-jae in the men's doubles final of the India Open Super Series Silver 750. Let's now begin the show with all the updates related to the consecration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya tomorrow. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the southern point of Tamil Nadu, Archal Munai near Dhanushkodi. Hindu mythology tells us that Archal Munai is the place from where the Ram Setu was built and Lord Ram began his journey to Lanka. Lord Ram took the vow to defeat Ravan from Archal Munai. He and his legion then built the Ram Setu to reach Sri Lanka and bring back Goddess Sita. This holy soil from where he proceeded to Lanka is a symbol of Bharat's resilience and ability to win over any challenge. Archal Munai, also known as Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari Point, is a historically and geographically important area in the southernmost tip of the Indian mainland in the state of Tamil Nadu. Ahead of the consecration ceremony at the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, Prime Minister Modi is visiting several temples across the country. He has visited Kalaram Temple in Maharashtra, the Tripayar Ramaswamy Temple in Kerala, and now the shrines in Tamil Nadu. And the Prime Minister also performed yoga asana at the origin point of Ram Setu, Archal Munai Point in Dhanushkodi, Tamil Nadu. And the PM also addressed an event organized for the foundation stone laying ceremony of the Khodaldham Trust Cancer Hospital in Gujarat. The PM said that healthcare models are revamped in the country with Ayushman schemes benefiting millions.
गुजरात ने स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में बड़े सुधार का मॉडल पेश किया है। यहाँ गांव-गांव में कम्युनिटी हेल्थ सेंटर्स खोले गए। आदिवासी और गरीब इलाकों तक स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं पहुंचाई गई। गुजरात में 108 एम्बुलेंस की सुविधा पर लोगों का भरोसा लगातार मजबूती हुआ है।
Now, the preparations for the consecration of the Ram Temple at Ayodhya are on at full swing and in full stage. The 51-inch idol of Lord Ram or Ram Lala, the child Ram, is set to be consecrated on the 22nd of January, which is on Monday, which is tomorrow. Today is the 6th day of the consecration ceremony related rituals. The idol of Lord Ram has been bathed with holy medicated water from 114 urns. In Ayodhya, the ceremonies are underway and will continue till late evening on Sunday. A parikrama, that is a clockwise encirclement of divine entities or deities, has taken place with the idol of Lord Ram today. Also, an all-night devotional program begins from midnight tonight. The rituals are being performed with using various flowers procured from many places, including the Indian cities of Chennai and Pune. The process of the consecration rituals started from the Saryu River on the afternoon of the 16th of January, and the idol of Lord Ram or Ramlala arrived in the temple premises on the 17th. The ritual of consecration will be completed by Monday afternoon. Ayodhya's Maharshi Valmiki International Airport, which has been formally notified as an international airport by the Indian Civil Aviation Ministry, is expected to handle more than 100 chartered flights between Sunday and Monday, along with scheduled arrivals and departures in view of the Sri Ram Mandir consecration on Monday. India's Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Modi, had cleared the proposal to declare Ayodhya Airport as an international airport and naming it as Maharshi Valmiki International Airport, Ayodhya Dham, on the 5th of January this year. Adding a cultural touch to the airport's identity, the airport's name, Maharshi Valmiki International Airport, Ayodhya Dham, pays homage to Maharshi Valmiki, the sage attributed to composing the epic Ramayana. Elevating Ayodhya Airport to international status helps realize Ayodhya's economic potential, as it has already emerged as a major pilgrimage site. The city is expected to attract more tourists and foreign pilgrims in the days ahead. And on the eve of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in the Indian city of Ayodhya, the maternal home of goddess Sita in Janakpur in Nepal is waiting with fanfare. It's organizing a slew of events in the Madhesh province of Nepal. Earlier, in a gesture of devotion, around 500 followers of Lord Ram came from Janakpur Dham Ram Janki Temple in Nepal to Ayodhya in India. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad orchestrated a Bharat Yatra, a vibrant procession from Janakpur to Ayodhya as well. Their convoy carried over 3,000 unique gifts for Lord Ram and goddess Sita. Let me now take you across to DD India's Shweta Singh, joining us from Janakpur in Nepal. Good evening to you, Shweta. Just tell us how are the people taking this entire event to its crescendo in that location from where goddess Sita came and then ultimately married Lord Ram?
Gautam, I was just walking around the city now, and most of the shops, they had already that clay lamp diya. They had lit around their shops, their houses, and when I was interacting with locals, they were too excited, saying, "Ye Sita ji ka maika hai." Maika means it's their mother, Sita ji's mother's place. So that affinity they have in this place, and in reference to that, consecration is happening tomorrow in Ayodhya. We are super excited here. Whole city, I'm taking a walk, and then I just listen Ram Bhajan. People talking happy about it, that tomorrow how they are going to celebrate the day. They are going to light diya at their houses. They are going to come to Janki Mandir to offer puja. So I can say I'm experiencing a thrill here.
Well, tell us what kind of a special place does it have in the heart of Nepal as a nation, this event of the consecration of the Ram temple, because our viewers overseas may not really know about the kind of connect that the entire nation in Nepal really has with Lord Ram and the Hindu faith.
Actually, Nepal is basically having huge population. So they have a huge cultural and religious connect to India. And basically, Janakpur being close to India, here a lot of Indian religious tourists come over here. and a lot of Nepali people go to India and see they have very deep faith in our religious sites, Vishnu Temple, Ayodhya. So here, most in Janakpur Temple, where I'm standing right now, Mahant, Upmahant, and most of the dignitaries from this place is already present in Ayodhya. So I only find 2-3 important people, I would say, of this temple premises who are taking care of Janki Mandir Trust right now. Uh, People here are actually, they have very deep faith and very religious. I find the entire city talking to people, very simple, good, religious people here.
All right.
And other places, I wouldn't see that. That's so much of craze. But in Madhya Pradesh, yes, the craze is about the concentration happening in Ayodhya. People are really thrilled about that concentration. And here people are super excited. That excitement I didn't find in Kathmandu, but yes, in Janakpur, it is super.
Certainly, it looks like Diwali behind you. And just for some more information for our viewers, you can definitely say that over 81% of Nepal are people of the Hindu faith. So it has a special place in their hearts, particularly in the area where Shweta is, which is the maternal home of goddess Sita, Janakpur. Thanks, Shweta, for joining us from there. Now, ahead of the consecration ceremony on Monday, New Zealand's Minister David Seymour has expressed his joy and has congratulated everyone in India, including Prime Minister Modi, for his leadership, making the construction possible of this temple, that is, after 500 years.
Jai Shri Ram to the entire Bharat, and what a wonderful celebration of a monument that will last 1,000 years. Congratulate everybody in India, including and especially Mr. Modi, for his leadership that has made this construction possible after 500 years, ready to last another 1,000 years. It's a testament to what people can do. So I wish Mr. Modi courage and wisdom as he helps over 1 billion people in India navigate the challenges of our world today. I hope that he will have strength and faith that allows him to see the challenges before they become crucial and wisely help the Indian nation navigate through them. Well, I'd be delighted to visit the Ram Temple. Very happy to discuss any opportunities with the Indian government. I wish you all the best for a wonderful, wonderful celebration.
And Mary Milburn, the African-American singer, believes that the Ram Temple Pran Pratishtha ceremony is a celebration of unity and faith. She sees the beauty of faith in the coming together of people from all walks of life to make the ceremony a success.
What a wonderful time it is in India, season in India, in celebration of the Ram Temple. But I will certainly be celebrating and thinking so fondly of all of my family in India. What's beautiful about this ceremony is that it is a moment where all people are coming together to celebrate. And that's the beauty of faith. There is unity in faith. And so it is certainly my hope that the 22nd is filled with that type of excitement and energy, unifying people in such a beautiful spiritual moment for the people in India.
Yagya, ritualistic prayers, rallies are all being organized in different parts of the world ahead of the consecration ceremony in India's Ayodhya. Houston in the US, what's happening there? Well, various yagyas, car rallies are also taking place, processions really, since the 19th of January. One such procession of vehicles, cars, was seen on the roads with vibrant flags and people chanting, "Hail Lord Ram." Across the US, there are various events being dedicated to Lord Ram around the consecration ceremony. And before the consecration of Lord Ram in the temple in Ayodhya, the entire world seems to have become immersed in the spirit of Ram or Ram Mai. Presentations and glimpses from temples around the country and abroad are coming to light. Here are some more glimpses of a Bhajan Sandhya, which was organized at the Fairmont Hindu Temple in California. And again, there are more images that are coming in, preparations for the consecration of the temple in Ayodhya. Even before this, many countries like India, America, Britain, Australia, Nepal, Indonesia and Thailand have also been colored in the spiritual colors of Lord Ram. A huge Lord Ram car rally was taken out in San Francisco in the US on Sunday, which is today. More than 1,000 cars participated in it at the Golden Gate Bridge, as you can see in these images. The sky echoed or reverberated with the chants of Hail Lord Ram. And the slow Hindu temple in the United Kingdom is also abuzz with the preparations for the upcoming Pran Pratishtha ceremony in Ayodhya. Members of the Indian diaspora have been busy preparing laddus to distribute among devotees, while the idols of Lord Ram, Lord Lakshman and Mata Sita have been adorned with new dresses brought from India. The temple is set to celebrate this auspicious event with great fervor and devotion. And in another show of devotion towards Lord Ram, a singer from Hungary sang bhajans in his lovely voice. Another proof that Lord Ram exists beyond human barriers of location, language and ethnicity. And still to come in this edition of DD India Live, a missile attack on an airbase in western Iraq has injured several US military personnel. The UK announces spending of $514 million to upgrade a missile system that's being used to shoot down drones over the Red Sea. And a fire breaks out at Russia's largest gas terminal on the Baltic Sea.
गगन निशान पुर नर नारी सनाथ करी भवन चले मन है हर्षित आँखें हर्षित धड़कन हर्षित सांसें हर्षित मन है हर्षित आँखें हर्षित धड़कन हर्षित सांसें ये वन उपवन हर्षाए हैं ये धरा
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. In Afghanistan, a tragic plane crash is taking place in the mountains of Tobkhana. Head of the Department of Information and Culture of Badakhshan, Zabihullah Amiri, has been quoted by Afghanistan media saying a team has been sent to the area to investigate into the incident. The aircraft was an air ambulance and was flying from Thailand to Moscow and did refueling at Gaya Airport. Meanwhile, India's Civil Aviation Ministry on X has clarified that, and I quote, the unfortunate plane crash that occurred in Afghanistan is neither an Indian scheduled aircraft nor a non-scheduled or chartered aircraft. It has a Moroccan-registered small aircraft. More details are awaited. A missile attack on an airbase in western Iraq has injured several US military personnel, including an Iraqi service member. The attack has been carried out by an Iran-backed militia, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, which has claimed multiple attacks against US forces in recent weeks. The US military said most missiles were intercepted, but some evaded air defenses. The attack is the latest in a series of attacks on US positions in Iraq and Syria. In further developments, United Kingdom has announced it will spend $514 million to upgrade a missile system now being used by the Royal Navy to shoot down hostile drones over the Red Sea. Britain's Ministry of Defence said that Sea Viper air defence system will be upgraded with missiles featuring a new warhead and software, enabling it to counter ballistic missile threats.
We're modernising the Navy, going through this massive recapitalisation programme. And just this morning, for example, I put on X or Twitter yesterday the results of a new weapon, which is a laser weapon called Dragonfire, capable of doing what those men and women on HMS Diamond have been doing with the Sea Viper missile system, and doing it with a laser instead to bring down the incoming. So the technology is also moving on very fast, as well as the investment.
Now, the latest on the US presidential race. In a final stretch of campaigning for the Republican presidential nomination, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley and former President Donald Trump will make their closing arguments in New Hampshire on Sunday. The voters will go to polls on Tuesday. Trump addressed a stadium full of cheering supporters in Manchester on Saturday night, encouraging them to go to the polls on Tuesday when the primary will be held. But he also appeared to shift some of his focus to the next major nomination contest in South Carolina in late February.
So you need to get every patriot you know and turn them out to vote in record numbers. We have to not win, we have to win by a lot, because we have to send a signal in November that we're coming. We're coming.
And on the latest, where the Russia-Ukraine conflict is concerned, Russian army had become more active there in the past month. Manning an observation post near the northeastern state border with Russia, a Ukrainian soldier said on Saturday that his positions in Sumy region were under constant fire and that Russian sabotage groups frequently cross the state border. The Northern Command of the Ukrainian army regularly holds drills along the border with Russia and Belarus. The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces said in a Facebook post on Sunday that parts of Sumy region at the Russian border had been attacked by Russian artillery and aircraft during the past 24 hours. The Russian army retreated from the northern and northeastern Zhytomyr, Kyiv, Chernihiv and Sumy regions in April 2022, a month after it started its full-scale operations. And on the other hand, Russia claimed that its forces warded off Ukraine's multiple attacks, while Ukraine said its armed forces continued offensive operations. The Russian Defense Ministry said that its army repelled attacks from the Ukrainian army in Kupiansk, Donetsk, Krasny, Liman and other directions, and hit Ukraine's German-made radar station, artillery systems and other targets. The ministry also said that the Russian air defense forces intercepted several rockets and drones from the Ukrainian side. Meanwhile, a fire broke out at Russia's largest gas terminal on the Baltic Sea on Sunday. This comes amid the reports of explosions in Ukrainian drone sightings in the area. According to the officials, there were no casualties. However, the cause of the fire is yet to be determined as the investigation is underway. President of the 78th UN General Assembly, Dennis Francis, is undertaking an official visit to India starting Monday till the 26th of this month. During his visit, UNGA President is expected to hold talks with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on critical multilateral issues of mutual interest. The discussions are expected to encompass a wide range of topics, including India's call for reforms within the United Nations, with a special emphasis on the Security Council aiming for increased equity and representation, especially for developing countries. Now, in the Maldives, a 14-year-old lost his life due to delays in crucial medical treatment. According to local media reports, in the archipelago, the teen lost the battle as Maldives government was reluctant in allowing the use of Indian Dornier aircraft to airlift him for timely medical evacuation. The boy had a brain tumor and he suffered a stroke. His family requested an air ambulance to transport him from his home in Gaf Alif Wiringili to Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Malé. However, their distress calls went unanswered until Thursday morning, when the Maldives' aviation authorities finally responded. The boy was later shifted to intensive care unit after considerable delay. Opposition MDP has criticized the entire situation, which led to the loss of life due to delays utilizing available Indian assistance. Commenting on the death of the boy, Maldives MP Mikhail Nassim took to X and said, and I quote, people shouldn't have to pay with their lives to satisfy the president's animosity towards India, end quote. Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu came to power on the back of a campaign to remove Indian Dornier aircraft and helicopters. Muizzu had asked India to withdraw the aircraft and men who were stationed for the upkeep of the crowds. The helicopters have been utilized for humanitarian aid and supplies in the Indian Indian Ocean, and over the last 5 years, more than 500 medical evacuations have been carried out by Indian personnel, saving 523 lives. India has been the first responder for Maldives on several occasions, including the 1988 coup attempt, 2004 tsunami, 2014 water crisis, as well as providing vaccines against COVID. Now let's get you some sports. Former champions Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty have lost the men's doubles final of the India Open Super 750 badminton tournament in New Delhi on Sunday. The third-seeded Kang Min Hyuk and Seo Seung Jae of South Korea defeated the Indian duo 15-21, 21-11 and 21-18. The Indian pair did manage to put up an extraordinary fight back in the third game, but the South Korean pair prevailed at the end. This is the third consecutive defeat in the final of a tournament for Satvik and Chirag. Earlier, they'd lost the China Masters and the Malaysia Open in the finals as well. And that's all in this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, as well as Instagram. We'll be back with more news and updates as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.
We take you on an unforgettable pilgrimage to the sacred